What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today, more bad news for Solo, and it's a beautiful thing. Yes, it is a beautiful thing. So this is from The Wrap, and it says, things are about to get worse for Solo. These numbers are staggering, even for someone like me that felt like the enthusiasm wasn't there for this movie, the hype wasn't there, that knew that The Last Jedi destroyed the fandom. Even for someone like me, who clearly knew this was the case, these numbers are still incredibly staggering. I can't believe how bad this movie is performing. It's even worse than I thought, and I thought it was bad, but it is horrible. And it's a beautiful thing. Why? Because you should not be able to get away with the garbage that Lucasfilm and Disney have been doing lately, with all of the attacks on the fans, with all of the identity politics, from all of the all of it. It's just crazy. So let's just get into this article. So it says, after posting a worse opening weekend than Justice League and nearly every Star Wars film since the turn of the century, things are about to get even worse for Solo, a Star Wars story, as it faces its second weekend in theaters. Now, you remember I said the second weekend was going to be the most crucial aspect of this movie. Opening weekend is one thing. That second weekend, that is where you find out how people really are responding to this movie. Cinema scores, garbage. Rotten Tomatoes really doesn't matter, because right there, that second week, that is tangible evidence. How many people are going out and talking? How many people are going to work and telling their coworkers? How many people are going to school and telling their friends? How many people are going to church and telling their fellow church people? How many people are talking? How many people are buzzing about a movie? That is the evidence you find right there. So again, we don't know what's going to happen in the second week, but the forecast is not looking good. So we'll see how this plays out. But it says the spinoff made just $143 million worldwide on its opening weekend, less than half of the $290 million global opening made by the last Star Wars anthology movie, Rogue One. The overseas market that pushed the last three Star Wars releases to more than $1 billion worldwide are simply not showing up for this Han Solo origin story, and that means the film might not even reach the $500 million mark. Analysts who spoke to The Wrap said the current estimate range for Solo's final global total sits at between $400 and $450 million. That is easily the lowest of any Star Wars film, including the original trilogy, when inflation is taken into account. This is beautiful. And I want to go back to one part in this article. This is what I love right here. This is what I love right here. The overseas market that pushed the last three Star Wars releases to more than $1 billion worldwide are simply not showing up for this Han Solo origin story. The thing that's beautiful is this movie has united us. This movie has united us. We are united against this garbage that Lucasfilm has been giving us. You simply can't get away with attacking your paying customers. You can't get away with the identity politics. We are so sick and tired of this company that can't do anything but judge people based on their race or their sexual preference or their gender. We are sick of that. That is not how normal people in this world think. It's just not. That's how radical people in this world think. Radical people that are obsessed with race and gender and sexual preference. They are not the norm in this world. Not in this country, not in this world. And you're finding this out firsthand by tangible evidence by the box office. If you are so focused on race and gender and sexual orientation, you are not a normal thinking human being. You are an extremist, and this is what you're finding out. The normal people that go to work every day, the normal people that have jobs and lives, that interact with all types of races, all types of people, we don't care about these things. We just don't. All we care about is good stories and good characters. We're not there to check off a social justice check mark. We don't care. And you are finding this out the hard way. This is so reminiscent of the 2016 election. It is fantastic because They live in their bubble. They don't get the grasp of reality within the real world. They only look at things through their Hollywood bubble and those lenses that they want to look through. They don't get the regular person. There are far more regular people in the world than there are Hollywood multimillionaires that live in that bubble. And the more this smacks them in the face, the more beautiful it is. So Solo is scheduled to be an epic failure of massive proportions. Something that it's even beyond what I thought. And again, I thought this was going to be bad. I didn't think it was going to be this bad. My opening weekend prediction was 120 million, and that was me lowballing. I still felt that it could probably hit 130, 140. Then I said my worldwide prediction, I said it can't do over 750. It needs to do below 750. And that's going to be a clear sign to Lucasfilm that they have effed up. But I was hoping it would be around the 600 million range, maybe 650. And I was like, if we're at the 600, 650 range, that's going to spell doom for Kathleen Kennedy. Bro, we are talking $400 to $450 million worldwide. This is a colossal failure on every single possible level, and it is the most beautiful thing I've seen. Look, I feel bad for the people involved with the movie because it's not their fault. It's not Ron Howard's fault. It's not Alden Ehrenreich's fault. It's not Woody Harrelson's fault. It's not Emilia Clarke's fault. It's none of the people's fault except for John effing Kasdan. It is his fault because he wanted to bring identity politics into it. And then when he got the backlash, then he wanted to double down and he wanted to attack the fans. So if you want to blame someone, don't blame the boycotters. Don't blame the fans, blame John Kasdan, because the moment that idiot opened his mouth and then doubled down because he lives in his bubble, that where he thinks everybody cares about identity politics, the moment this man opened his mouth, that Rotten Tomatoes want to see went from 88 all the way down to, what was it? Was it 30, 35, 36? And again, that is not like scientific, but that gives you a gauge into the interest, and clearly it was very accurate. It's and they're just going to continue to come up with excuses. They're going to continue to try and figure out why this is happening. And it's so simple. It's so simple. And it's so beautiful. And guess what? I'm not stopping. You're not stopping. We're going to continue to call this BS out. We're going to continue to expose them. And right now, they are sitting there looking as dumb as they've ever looked. And it is a beautiful thing. So congratulations to everyone that is speaking the truth and holding these people accountable for their actions. It is excellent, and I can't wait to continue to pounce towards episode 9, because if they don't get their act together, we're just going to continue to pound them into the ground until they can see reality for what it is, or that we can get some people involved with Star Wars that can see reality. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you later.